Welcome back, everyone, to another match at the Billard Beckmann's Men's Open here in St. Johann in Pongau, Austria. We're at the Hotel Alpina, Alpendorf. And we've got a match on the one-loss side. It's losers round one. Sanjin PEHLIVANOVIC, who you see here, from Bosnia and Herzegovina, is going to take on Petri MAKKONEN from Finland, who you see on the right side of your screen there. This is Ben Francis on the mic, welcoming you all, and I think we'll have Mark White joining us a little later on when the match on table 2 is finished. So we look forward to that, of course. Always a pleasure to sit in with the great Mark White. These players will play a race to 4, a best of 3 sets. But if the score is tied 1 set apiece and 3-3 in the 3rd set, then we will see a shootout. Spot shot shootout. Haven't seen one yet, but I'm sure we'll get a couple in this event. Sanjin to break rack number 1. Oh, he breaks it from the middle and just about puts the cue ball straight in the side pocket. It just misses, but it gets kissed by a ball and ends up in there anyway. You can see it coming around here. Kissed a few times to find the bottom of the pocket. Not the start he was looking for. And this player here, Petri MAKKONEN, very fierce competitor. Do not want to be giving him ball in hand to start the match. Let him get loose. And a pretty open layout to start. You'd have to think if he gets from the 5 to the 6, the work is done. Certainly not anything in the way. Didn't want to be close to the rail shooting this 5 ball, but I think he's just okay here to miss the 8. Coming back. Look out. Look out. Wow. Well, I thought he could miss the 8 coming back. I was sadly mistaken. He almost paid the price there. But I think he's okay. Pinch this one back a little bit. Shoot the 7 in the left side pocket next. And it looks like we're going to get Mark White just in time to watch Petri finish off this first rack. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ben. Busy second day. Just literally finished over on table 2. What a cliffhanger that was. And I haven't missed too much, by the way, and it looks like Petri MAKKONEN hasn't missed too much as well. Takes the opening rack then, Ben.
Oh, you timed it perfectly, Mark.
I wish my
good match over there on
the pool table.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was an amazing match, to be honest. Steve Guttenberger won the first set 4-0, He was then cruising in the second set. Somehow, Arjan Matlitsi from Albania won it heel the second set and then won the deciding set by 4 racks to 2, I think it was in the end. Incredible match. Great result for the Albanian. So Petri to break off. Losers round match, remember guys. It's win or go home, or at least win or go to the doubles.
One thing I really love about these PBS events is the multiple chances. So, and I know these players really love it too. It's hard to travel all the way across the world just for one tournament, but now they get 2, sometimes 3 events to play in. Looks like a dry break here from Petri. Nothing really close, but no shot on the 1.
Yeah, I did Sanjin's match yesterday. He didn't play too well yesterday. I'm sure he'll admit himself that he didn't deserve to win the match. He was beaten by Mustafa Alnar from Turkey, who played very, very well.
Yeah, Mustafa, pretty fierce competitor. That's a tough first round match for both of them, should be said.
Yeah, very tough. And I was just looking at the ladies' draw. They started out today, of course, and they continue tomorrow. Jasmine Ocean's first match is up against Ina Kaplan, who has won Euro Tours and European Championships. She's a real tough player, and that's Jasmine's first opponent. So it's happening in the women's as well. The fields, Ben, just getting better and better.
Yeah, very impressive. The standard is ever increasing. A little push out from Sanjin was curious there. I'm surprised he would push to that kick shot. It's worked out not terrible. I think Petri could cut this ball in, but it's no guarantee to land on the 2 with the cue ball on the rail here. It's a tricky little shot. I'm sure you've covered a few of Petri's matches in the past. Mark White?
Yeah, and he's one of them players, I think, Ben, that's maybe hasn't achieved as much as he should have done.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because I think he's so talented and he's beat so many good players over the years. Just the result's not always there.
He's kind of like Mario He as well, you know. Mario's such a talented, great player. Beautiful stroke, but just can't seem to get that major. Just shows you the standard these days. It's just getting harder and harder. It's not going to get any easier either to win one. Oh, that was
the
a
level
nice
is
kiss.
Yeah, beautiful little shot there. Wasn't easy to thin that ball on the side, so he had to take what he could get, running the cue ball into the 3. He's got another tough shot here. The 6 ball looks like it might be a problem later on. It's only a few shots away.
Overcut that one slightly. But the speed allowed the pocket to take it.
And a good view of how straight the table's rolling there too, because I thought if that trickled out just a little bit, it wasn't going to find the hole.
Yeah, held nice and straight. Good reports coming about these Predator Arc tables. They've been used for a few events now, and all the feedback is good. And it's not often that happens. No shame in saying that the first table they brought out had its teething problems, as you know, do all new things. They finally got it right with the Apex, and this is the Arc. but I think it's a beautiful table.
I'm a big fan of this table. I think it plays really, really fantastic. It's also easy on the eyes. Gorgeous looking table. So does the 6-ball pass the 10? No, it doesn't. He's playing the 7-ball combo, the 6 to the 7-ball combination. Where does the 6 go after is the problem. Towards the 10, I would have to think. Won't matter if you don't make the combo.
Oh, that was a long way off. Wasn't even close, was it? He's got
Look
away
at
with
this,
it.
Yeah, where's the 7 came to? The rescue.
There we were, Ben, worrying about where the 6 was going to go. It's turned out to be all about where's the 7 going to go. Right in the path.
Does he just have the edge of this, or does he need to kick it with some spin? It looked like he was loading up the right spin there. Extra tough with the extension on the back of the cue.
Yeah, look at the right-hand spin on that.
It's hard for that to turn out good.
Yeah, very difficult. It's a chance for MAKKONEN then to double his lead in this opening set.
Looked a little quick on that stroke.
Yeah, a bit stabby, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Not his usual smooth delivery. We'll see it here. Just the take back and the forward was a bit quicker than usual for him.
Oh, he just got the slightest of flicks on that. Did you see that, Ben, on the way back? That 6-ball just flicked the white.
It might have been going in, Mark.
Yeah, I don't think this is on this, so just a safety.
Yeah, off the left side, coming around behind the 7, but putting the 6-ball behind the 9 perfectly. Good shot. 2 chances to get safe there. He got one of them right.
Now, do you go 2 rails at this, Ben? Try and kick and stick?
Yeah. That's a good call, Mark. I like that. Underneath, off the right long rail first. Kick the 6-ball towards the left side pocket. He sees something else, so maybe he can see the edge. Oh, it's in behind that way. Well, I think it's just crept out, and he can cut this ball on the side. It's not easy. As I say that, he reaches for his jump cue.
Yeah, he's got the air rush out. Pretty good with the short cue, Sanjin. He's quite a tall lad as well. He didn't chalk it though, look, you can see.
Yeah, he didn't paste it on there. But as you mentioned, very good with the short cue, and that's a beautiful shot. But a little unlucky, it could be said. Tough to control that ball coming around, traveling 18 feet or more.
He doesn't have the edge again, I don't think.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's kicking in behind this one again. Similar shot.
Shake of the head. Not happy. Chance for Petri to get in a telling safety here. Cue ball behind the 9. 7 on the bottom rail.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play it. And he's going to play the 2-way shot, give himself a chance at the bank. If he misses the bank, he's hoping it goes 1.5 speed. Like this. Very good. Very good. It may have crept out a little, but I don't know it's enough he can pocket this ball. Oh, this looks good.
It's turning into one of them racks, Ben, where you don't mind it taking a while and playing all these great safeties if you end up winning it. But the worst thing is when you lose one of these racks that you've worked so hard to win.
Yeah, it stings when you lose this one after 3 or 4 good kick safeties. Petri needs another one here. Speed's not going to get behind the 8. But still nothing super easy for Sanjin here. He'll need to move this cue ball around a little bit to get on the 8 next.
He did have a look at the side, but decided on the corner. He's going to have to put some kilometres on the clock.
Yeah, and get around the 9 ball there. Looks like the speed is a little much, but it's going to be okay. That's a good shot. Always tough getting the first game on the board and the last game. Definitely nerves are running high on the TV table in the first round of the loser side. Nobody wants to go home yet. And both these players will know they're very capable of coming back from here. In losers round 1, they just need a couple of wins to qualify for the final 32, where it'll be single elimination. Be back to even with the other players. It's not like losing your first match in a true double elimination tournament, right, Mark? That's a long way back.
Yeah, certainly is. And this was a long rack as well, but it's won by Sanjin, so he will forget all about that now. All the misses don't matter anymore. He's all square at 1-1. Of course, there are plenty of other matches going on at the moment as well, guys. The island boy is in action. Jonas Salto over on table 2. He'll be up against Mariusz Zinecki. 3 tables we're streaming all week for you. On the other table, Kledio Kachi, young Kachi, in action against Igor Erefev. And it's the Albanian that's taken an early 2-0 lead in that one. Visit Sarajevo. Do you know, I did visit Sarajevo. I actually drove there, Ben, on my way to Greece from the UK back in, you won't believe this, 1981. I was 19 years old, and I drove a Land Rover through the old Yugoslavia and visited Sarajevo. Balls down, balls going in everywhere.
Yeah, the table sprung a leak there. Look how many balls he made. They're going to have to spot the 10
as well.
Yeah. Good break. You got good power out of that. I mean, he came a little off center. Cue ball went towards that left side pocket on our screen, but good speed behind it.
I thought we were watching an AI-generated break for a second. I was going to see them all fall in.
Yeah, all the balls go in. They spot the 10. He's straight in.
Yeah.
He might only have, maybe 3/4 of this pocket on the 1, as we can see here, and he's got to punch the cue ball over a bit. Easy for that to happen. Easy to drive right into the 6 there, trying to create some angle that wasn't there.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a horrible stroke as well. It was very quick and snatchy. It wasn't very nice, Ben. It was a little bit ugly, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I totally agree. It looked really quick. You know, see these players, they kind of take back slow and their smooth delivery. You could see it even in the replay there. There was almost no pause on his backswing. Usually very smooth, Sanjin. Tension, exactly. Yeah, I think There's a little bit out there. Nobody wants to go all the way to Austria, go 2 and out, right?
Yeah, I was singing his praises last night about his cue action because I think he's got one of the best in the business. I was likening him to Sanchez Ruiz in a way, you know. He's normally got that nice smooth action, the slight pause at the back, and then delivers it nice and smooth. And this has all gone wrong for Petri MAKKONEN. He's overhit this, got the position wrong.
Yeah, nothing super easy on the safety here, but I think he could send the 2 between the 10-5 and try to use the 6 ball to hide the cue ball. He's coming back over trying to use the 5. It's pretty good. He contained the 2. He didn't find cover, but he didn't sell out a shot. Well, yeah, he's going to try to spin this one in.
No, surely not. Is he? What, is he going round first with right-hand spin?
Yeah, he's called it in that top right. This seems brave. I mean, you have to be brave in this game, but that seemed a little asking a lot. I think he always knew that the cue ball could end up a mile away like it did, but I think he might have left a shot on here or a return safe for Petri, and you don't want to let them see the ball. I think he had a better option with a safety there than try to cut that ball in.
Yeah, and considering, you know, it's not like he's brimming with confidence at the moment either, is it? I mean, if he'd have just, you know, broke and run a couple of racks and went for it, maybe it's the right shot, but from what's gone before, I'm a little bit surprised he did play that. And as you say, Ben, he's in trouble.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, and that's well said, because if he was in dead punch, then you can't blame him for shooting at everything. But yeah, I think he's not settled in yet, and that's when you should, you know, play a little tighter. But he might have just thought that the safety was as hard as the shot. And then, I mean, they're always taught to shoot first, but percentages. He got away with this one. He hasn't left an easy shot on. I think we'll see another safety. Might wonder why he doesn't cut that ball in the corner, but it's just low percentage. This is much higher percentage.
Yeah, good point you made there as well. It's all about percentages, and it works both ways, you know, for safeties and for potting. If the safety is far easier than the pot, then you go for the safety, and alternatively, vice versa.
Yeah, and that was the perfect example of one, because the safety was a guarantee. But cutting that ball down to the corner and getting position on the 4 was far from a guarantee. He played the right shot. He got ball in hand here.
I mean, he never got close to that 2 ball with that kick there, did he? Completely misjudged, Ben.
Yeah, totally misjudged the slide, I think, Mark. He never caught the slide. I think it just went where it was supposed to. I think the table's wearing in here on day 2, and rail's not sliding as much. Oh, he's way overplayed this one. Yeah, and from ball in hand, that seems like a big mistake. Those kind of shots tell me the tension is definitely high out there.
Yeah, and I would say they're pretty evenly matched, these 2 players. And knowing that, you know, if you lose it, you're out, has added that little bit of spice to this match. You get the feeling it's actually bigger than maybe what we think it is, you know.
Well, and how tough is the draw for both of these players? They both got a brutal draw to be playing each other in losers round 1. But that's a statement to how deep the field is nowadays.
Just creeping past the 6 there.
I always loved Petri's style of play. He doesn't waste much time out there. Just gets to work. Back to that one-game lead.
Not sure how much he's actually practicing these days, but I know he plays at a club called 24/7 in Finland, actually owned by Riku Rompanen's father, Eero. But I'm sure he's been putting some practice in there. Very good club, actually. He's got Predator tables in there. He's got some snooker. He's got a Kaiser table as well, which is similar to a Russian pyramid table. And it's open 24 hours, and you just get yourself a key, you punch in the code, and there's vending machines there. The rule is you clean the balls, there's ball cleaners, and you brush the table, make sure it's nice and clean. Don't leave any mess. It's a really, really nice club, and it's a theme that's spreading across the world now. I know there's a big one in New York now that's 24 hours, and you just take your key and play when you want.
Yeah, we have a similar one here in Canada near Big Red's neck of the woods, actually. It's called Pool Lab. And yeah, just like a key fob kind of thing. Look at this break from Petri, the leg kick in the air, and still nothing happening. Do you think it's a little warm in there, Mark, maybe? Looks like Petri's feeling the heat. It's a little red.
Yeah, I mean, it's summertime in Austria. There's no skiing going on, put it that way. It's all mountain climbing and stuff like that, and biking and swimming in the beautiful lakes at this time of year, but I'm sure it's nicely air conditioned.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful, the weather there. Seeing all the pictures and videos from the players is fun. Live vicariously through them, right?
Yeah, lovely to see, isn't it? What would we do without social media?
Oh, what's he done here? He's completely misjudged the spin off the rail again. Hooked himself on the 3. Does he have a kick shot around the 4? I think so, but not easy to guarantee position. You'll see he's going to measure double the distance, they call that. Pretty sure thing. See Chris Melling and SVB use it religiously. Another one who loves to use that is Shaw. Jason Shaw uses that one lots.
Yeah, he tried to teach me it when I was at his pool room in Connecticut, Jason Shaw. He was trying to teach me the diamond system as well. But nice little story, Ben, from the match that I've just been commentating on. I've mentioned Matrizi, the Albanian. He didn't have a jump cue with him, and he must have kicked about 10 times and 100% success, and he actually made 3 balls as well kicking that he called. Amazing to see.
Oh, that's super impressive. Yeah. Is he a snooker player maybe? He doesn't have a jump cue?
Well, that's exactly what I said in commentary. I reckon that he's come from a snooker background because, obviously snooker players don't have diamonds to measure off or anything like that on a snooker table. So, we just grow up just learning the angles. And we also play a lot of English billiards as well, which helps to teach us the angles. Also, that was a very big game back in the 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s. A lot of pros used to play that, a bit like pool players playing straight pool, you know, to learn the game.
Oh, did he try to squeeze that ball through there, like pinball it off of both?
I think he did. He was trying to
Like
create a gap that wasn't there.
Yeah, I think he tried to go off the 5, then off the 8 to squeeze it in there. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it was there. He tried to make something out of nothing. Good safety from Sanjin here.
Oh, can he jump this off the rail?
Is he looking at the 2 rails underneath it? I like that one, though. The jump over the ball off the rail. That's a fun one.
He's trying to make it off the back of the 10, is he? Trying to get in behind the 10. Not a bad try. No rail, though, unfortunately. So ball in hand for the Bosnian.
Yeah, he wasn't far off of playing one of the best shots of the tournament there. If he catches that just a little more full, or cuts it a little more rather, then it gets past the 10 to the rail. The cue ball stays behind the 10. This is not super routine for Sanjin, though. The 6 ball is in a real tough spot. And it's in a spot where you'd love to land straight in, but you can't because of where the 7 is. We'll see what he does here.
Oh, this is a big angle.
Oh, I don't know what the plan is here. He's going to bank this in the side. This seems... Maybe he's just decided he's going to go for it this match. Wait for it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That is fluke of the century, I think. Wow. The things that happen on a 9 by 4.5 inch, 4.5 foot table. Unbelievable. Look at that.
And we got a good view there of how Petri didn't flinch. I think he knew it was coming around.
I'll tell you what, you'd be hard pressed to see a better timing shot from Florian Kohler. What a shot. But what a follow-up shot. Absolute disaster from Sanjin.
Touch of guilt in that stroke? Was there some guilt? No, these players never feel that, right?
No.
It's hard not to have some kind of emotion. What is going on out there? I think he was already walking over to shoot the 8.
Well, that's careless,
he got up
isn't
off
it?
the ball. Yeah, exactly, Mark. I think you're right. Careless. Wow.
What a draw.
He let it loose there. Pretty interesting game, this one. We've seen it all. Yeah, it's not connecting yet. It's not firing. He'll settle in, I'm sure. He's too good not to, but it's way thinner on this 9 ball than he wanted to be. The bonus is he doesn't have to do anything but pocket the ball. 10 balls waiting. Good shot. Good recovery.
Yeah, don't be going in those pockets. He just pulled himself up there. He went into the side pocket to reach in and pull a ball out. Had he have done, I'm sure the referee would have called a foul and respotted
the
the
cue
10.
ball was still moving. Yeah. Yeah, watch this.
Look at this.
Hello.
Bizarre shot. Bizarre.
Yeah, can we see it again a couple times? That was amazing. I can't believe that. Well, Petri let him off the hook there a little bit. Missing that straight in 7. I mean, it was a little far away, but it's almost unforgivable at this level to miss that kind of ball from there. And you got to punish those mistakes.
Yeah, the 7 that followed from Petri. That's unforgivable.
Sanjin to break rack number 5. Still coming from the middle here. He made 4 balls once from here, but it wasn't on a square hit. See if he hits it a little more square. No, he's losing the cue ball off to one side. But he's going to make a ball. He probably wishes he didn't. No shot on the 1. Well, what's he see here? Trying to billiard the 4 in? Yeah, he's really decided in this match that he's going to play aggressive, I think.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a confidence booster, can't it? If you start making a few attacking shots, kind of get on a little bit of a flow, has the opposite effect on your opponent. Can look almost a little bit disrespectful sometimes, going for crazy shots, but sometimes it's what you need to kickstart yourself, get yourself going a little bit.
Yeah, and I wonder if maybe he just struggled a little too much in the opening match and was a little tight. Maybe played a little too conservative and then decided that's enough of that. Let's loosen up and fire away. Good shot here from Petri, but he didn't want to put the 1 near the hole. That makes this very kickable to pocket the ball for Sanjin. See if he can spin this one in.
Yeah, even Massey right around it. I like this. 2 chances at it.
Yeah, 2 chances exactly. Off the end rail, which he didn't really come that close to. He hit it quite hard, I thought.
Well, he hit it too hard for the spin to take effect, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And never really came that close. You could see on the replay it wasn't close at all. This isn't the usual Sanjin that I'm accustomed to watching.
No, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm, being overcritical, but you just hit the nail on the head. This isn't the Sanjin that we know. He just looks a little bit out of sorts and does beat himself up, I think, sometimes as well.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there too, Mark. He wears his heart on his sleeve, so he'll let you know when he's not feeling it.
Yeah, and it might just be worth mentioning as well. He had a real tragic year last year with his father passing away, which I know he took very, very hard. I've been there. I know how it feels. You feel your whole world has come to an end. The last thing you want to do is pick up a pool cue and start practicing. Reached the final of the 2023 World 8 Ball in Austria, Sanjin PEHLIVANOVIC, where he got beaten by SVB to win his first ever World 8 Ball title, Shane Van Bonen. But Sanjin played very, very well to get to that final.
Yeah, I remember he had a fantastic tournament to get that far. And there was just no stopping SVB. There's no shame losing that final. It was SVB's turn. I think he made the final of a European Open recently. It was last year or the year before. I don't recall if he won it or not, but I think he made it to the final. And it was in
Well, there's a story.
Sarajevo, I
There was
believe.
a story, wasn't there? There's a story about that, isn't there? Where he celebrated before he made the 9 and went on to miss the 9.
That was during that tournament. I'm sure he wanted to forget that one as much as I forgot it.
Yeah. Us
Willing to bet he
commentators
never does that
forget.
again. To get on the hill in the first set, Petri pockets a 10. Kind of a weird match so far.
Yeah, it's hasn't really got going yet, has it? I mean, both players look as though they're well up for it. I think the nerves are getting the better of them at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I think the tensions are pretty high out there. The nice thing for Sanjin is with this set's format, if he does lose this set, it's far from over. It's not much to recover and, win 4 games in the next set, force a deciding set. Nothing to panic about yet, but you can see from those stats, it's not the usual Sanjin. Petri to break. Rack 6 here from the middle.
I think I just saw Sanjin's player overall performance at 624. It's not enough. Petri over 800. But
Yeah, I think anything under 800 is not going to win too many matches on tour nowadays.
But worryingly, I mean, he's moving that cue ball around, isn't he, for the break to different parts of the table, but still no joy. Notoriously difficult with the hand rack, though, the 10-ball break. But I much prefer it to a template.
Yeah, I love it, Mark. As a spectator and as a player, I really love it. I think it was so necessary. We need to have referees racking the balls, but I also just love the triangle. Changes everything. We get way more defensive racks. Get to see more of the game played.
Yeah, I get to see all the different disciplines, don't we? The safety, the potting, positional play, nudging balls out because they're in a cluster, jumping, kicking. It's
Yeah.
great. We get to see all of it.
More bank shots because the balls are going to the rail. We're seeing way more bank shots. Yeah, I think it's way more exciting this way. As a player and as a fan.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of anything more boring than seeing run out after run out.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. You'd think as pool players we would love that, but we actually got bored of that a long time ago. I want to see a good kick safety. Oh, good shot from Petri there. That was not easy.
I've got an analogy, I've got a thought on that. It's like going to the cinema to watch a film that you already know the end of. You don't know the plot. In this, there's twists and turns and drama.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When SVB racks 10 ball for himself with the template rack, I already know the result. Does this 3 ball still go? Judging by the body language, I don't think so. Nudged it just too far. Well, but he doesn't look like he's eyeballing a safety. Unless it's really thin. Send the cue ball around. Okay, it was. Does this get behind the 10 or will it leave a gap? Bit of a struggle out there.
Yeah, there's another Finn, of course, in this tournament. Kasper Matikainen, and he's already qualified. I think he's playing the better pool of the two at the moment. Had a couple of good runs in a couple of tournaments. That's a nice shot there from Sanjin. Nice kiss on the 5.
Yeah, this was real thin. He almost overcut it. He hit it so good. Watch the slide. Yeah, it almost got him. You see him staying down a little longer to look at that one. It could have slid behind the 9, but he checked it up nicely. He's landed real good on this 5. If you can find a way to the 7, I think we're going to have a hill first set here.
Now, is he okay? Can he just nick a bit of angle to draw straight back short side on the 7? That'll be the plan.
Yeah, I think you're right. The little shake of the head, because he knows he might be shooting the 7 with the cue ball close to the rail. Closer to the rail than he would like. Makes getting to the 8 a little tougher, and now the 9's in the way.
Well, I think the pocket's in the way as well. I don't think he can. Can he draw back?
No, I don't think so. He's looked at going forward and getting short side on the 8. That's pretty much worst case scenario from where he was. Oh, but he's hit this really good and landed perfect on the 8. Nothing to do with the cue ball here, but stop. Any little angle on that 8 might have been tough to deal with, but he lined it up perfectly straight in. The 10 ball for Hill.
Yeah, this is a hard one to call. I said earlier, they're a very close match, these two players. Now, this is a loser's side match, but I'm just looking at the winner's side, and there's some real tasty matches coming up. Joshua Filler up against Moritz Neuhausen. Feller-Gorst will be playing Radislav Bebica. Dennis Grabe up against Mieszko Fortuński. Konrad Yuzishin is playing David Alcadi. Alex Kazakis, tough one, this one for Alex. He's up against Felix Vogel, who's playing some great stuff, the young German. And another German, Ralph Suquet, will be up against Sanchez Ruiz in his next match. Albin Ocean, one of the big favourites this week, of course, being in his own country. He's up against Pole Mateusz Śnigoczki. And Mika van Berkel up against Wojtek Szewczuk. Another interesting, juicy fixture to look forward to. Lots of great matches coming your way, guys. We're here till Tuesday, which will be finals day of all 3 tournaments. Really looking forward to the Scotch double starting as well. That's next up. Back to this one. Sanjin breaking off on the hill.
Down the middle again. Looks like he's got a ball and maybe a little shot on the 1 here.
I think he lucked in the 7 ball, didn't he? There you see it getting kicked by the 6 into the top right-hand corner. Does he have enough on this 1 ball though, Ben? Can he get to the potting angle?
He didn't look super disappointed. And like we said, he likes to wear his heart on his sleeve, so I think he would have told us if he couldn't see enough of the 1. But I think he's got just enough of this. Good shot. Maybe just that little bit of right spin helped it, but I think he had more than enough of the pocket there. And what a chance for a break and run at Hill Hill.
I still don't
Just
think he's.
nothing in.
I don't
Sorry, go
think
ahead,
he's
Mark.
striking the ball as I don't think he's striking the cue ball as well as he can. Quite short
No.
the cue ball there again.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have to settle in at some point, but he's such a talented player, so good. You'd have to think he'll figure it out if he hangs around long enough.
I mean, as a player, Ben, you know yourself, don't you, that you know when you've hit the ball sweet, you know when you're timing it nicely, the cue ball's doing exactly what you want it to do. You're very easy to predict where it's going to go. But he's just a little bit all over the place at the moment, I feel, just because he's not getting through the ball as smooth as he might do sometimes. Even there, he looked a little bit quick.
Yeah, quick is the
He's
word, I
nicely on
think.
this 5.
Yeah, he's landed perfect here and nothing in the way. A little bit of movement needed with the cue ball from the 8 to the 9, but shouldn't be a problem.
That was nice.
I couldn't have asked for a better look after the break shot at Hill Hill to take the first set. And it's going to feel good to win this set.
I think, Ben.
Yeah, it absolutely is. From either one of them, I think.
Yeah. What a time to do it.
Yeah, and it might be just enough to boost the confidence, too. I mean, he's going to feel pretty great that he somehow managed to win this set when he knows he's not playing that great.
Well, he certainly boosted his player overall performance stats, I'm sure, from what we saw last time, back on 624. Petri over the 800 mark. That will all change. Just wondering, will Petri feel like nipping out for a break? After this set, both players are allowed.
I'd have to think it's the right thing to do after losing a set. Just kind of refresh and reset the mind a little bit.
Yeah, the glove is coming off as well for Sanjin. So he's going to take a break even after winning that set, but it is 1-0 to the man from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Ben Francis and myself, Mark White, will be back with the second set. Let's hope it's a little bit better than the first one. I'm sure it will be. We'll be back soon as the players are back. Welcome back, guys, to Pongau, San Johann, the beautiful Alpina, Alpendorf Hotel here. We're playing the Billard Beckmann Men's 10-ball Open. Interesting match. MAKKONEN up against Sanjin PEHLIVANOVIC. Ben Francis and myself, Mark White, in the booth. Now he's made the ball there, Ben.
I feel like he let the first set slip away a little bit. I mean, I don't think he played superb or anything, but he had a real good chance to win that first set and kind of let it slip a bit. Might think back to that missed 7 ball that was a bit straight in. But in this set's format, it's a beautiful thing. He can easily come back here, win this set, force a decider. Anything can happen from here. You see the break stats there on the bottom.
Yeah, and I was looking at another stat during the timeout as well. The player over performance, 778 for Sanjin and 780 for MAKKONEN. So nothing in it. He was well down in the first half of the set, Sanjin, but came back in the second half stronger and ended up winning it.
Yeah, with the break and run in the last rack, and he overtook the performance rating. 8 points ahead. Good little kick shot there. 2 rails in behind it. He's left a real tough one for Petri. I wonder if he takes this on or if he's going to try to run and hide. He takes it on. Good shot. You might think he slopped it in off that side rail, but that's by design. You don't want to miss it to the other side of the pocket. You got no chance to make it. So a lot of times we see this, they pretty much aimed to right there.
Yeah, half a diamond up, wasn't it? New cloth, clean balls.
Yeah, it's just the smart way to hit it. But yeah, definitely when the cloth is new, the pockets are going to play a little more forgiving, but these corners are super tight on the arc table. Just trying to decide if he's going to punch over or if he's going to follow this one through. But I think he needs to punch it over, shoot the 5 in the same pocket. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, otherwise he's got to play the 5-10, which I don't like. So he's gone to punch it over, but he hasn't got there.
Yeah, he thought about it for a while. I think he was worried about landing over top of the 6. So he took a little off, but he's landed well short. Now he's got a real tough one here. Oh, but he's done well, and he got a good kiss off the 10 to stay on the 6. I like the way he played that up and down an extra time.
Yeah, made sure, didn't he, that he wasn't going to be just going near any rail, deliberately playing the second rail. And this looks like a much more confident start for Petri in this second set. Seems to have quickened up a little bit as well.
Yeah, and similar to the first set, where he won the opening game and then had a lead right up until the last game. He was 1 game in front the whole set. But it should be said, it was a funny 1 game lead every time. It wasn't from anything super spectacular. This was a really good shot, this 2 ball.
Yeah, it was almost like he was playing it as well, holding behind the 7 just in case. But he made it right in the right part of the pocket, as you said, sliding it in off the long rail. And from there on, he had a bit of a dodgy 5-ball, which he overcame. You see our referee, one on the spot. 10-ball right in the middle of the rack. Now let's see where he breaks off from this time. Going pretty central again, so keep your eyes. He's trying to make one or both of the 2 balls behind the 1 ball, or either corner ball going 4 rails.
It looks like you got one of the 4 railers. But the 9 ball is going to spoil the party. Another thing I really like about the referee hand rack is it's not always the 2 and the 3 in the corner, where they're the balls that go 4 rails, and they tend to end up in the same spot every game. This is a random rack, so we're seeing the balls go somewhere different.
Yeah, there was a time, wasn't there, that the 2 and 3 had to be racked according to the rules on the corners, and they still do that in Thailand, and it's so frustrating. As random as possible. There you see the little caption, playing a push out. For those of you that maybe are new to rotation, you can play a push out after the break shot, the incoming player. You don't have to hit a rail, you can hit any ball. You can make any ball. If you make the 10 in this instance, it would be respotted. But of course the rub is, if your opponent doesn't like what you've left them, they can put you straight back in again. But he used the push there, Ben, to tie up the 2 ball.
Seemed like a curious push, because you don't often want to leave the cue ball that open. You want to pin it to a rail and take away some options, but Sanchin didn't get the safety behind the 6 like he was hoping. But this is a good angle of this 1-10 combination. It looks super easy on TV, right, Mark?
Yeah, on the rail, long way to the 1 ball, and then there's a 1.5 feet between the 1 and the 10 as well, and the 10 isn't even over the pocket, so good luck with this one if he's going for it.
Well, and to make things even worse, it's not a win. If he did make the 10, it would just be spotted, and he'd continue shooting. I wonder if he was just trying to play safe there more than trying to make the 10, because like we said, that 1-10 combination was anything but easy.
Yeah, he was playing safe, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looked like it. As was Sanchin, but he's not hit it good. It's crept out. But after the push out, tying up the 2, both these players knew they had some free shots at the 1.
He wasn't playing the angle there, was he? Was he trying to hook him behind the point? Surely not. Too risky.
He has been pretty brave in this match. Wouldn't put it by him. That was just a safety attempted from Petri. Caught it a little thick. I don't think he was trying to make that ball. Didn't reward anything. This might be a bit of a long game because I don't think either one of them's in a rush to make the 1 ball. Unless he can make it here, avoid the 3, see some kind of safety from the 2. But I thought they might just tap that 1 ball around for a bit.
Is the 5 ball on? He's going for it.
I just mentioned it. He has played kind of all out in this match. Just all offense. But I would think sticking behind the 6 would be a better option. What would you do from here, Mark?
I think he could play it 2-way, can't he?
Yeah,
he went all in again.
He went full blood. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just decided that he's going to play more of an aggressive style. You know, maybe something happened in the first match. Because Sanjin doesn't usually play like that. He's usually pretty conservative. From what I've seen. Could be wrong. Oh, that's
nice shot.
Pretty little shot he played there. Oh, he found a nice one there to go in off the ball. That way all he had to do was draw the cue ball straight back.
There's a few players that might have played the 210 there, but he found something much easier. I mean, I say easy. It was certainly easier than the combo was, but he had to see it as well, remember? I didn't spot it, Ben.
He made it. And he made it look easy, but it wasn't easy at all. He hit it perfect. Had to hit it pretty good. Draw the cue ball back like that, too. This might be a little short. Let's take a look. Yeah. Bit of a blind cut. Should be able to handle it. But it's not where he wanted to be. He'd rather be straight in. Nothing but net. Good shot. These 3 balls for a 2-0 lead. It's got all the makings of a third set.
He's certainly looking a lot better now, even though he did lead the first set all the way through. He's just looking more confident, I think.
Yeah, and he seems to look more in control of what's going on out there. Where it feels like Sanjin's going for a couple too many big shots and Petri's just playing conservative and playing the percentages better, in my opinion.
There's that shot again off the 9. Got perfectly on the 3 as well.
Yeah, it wasn't just about pocketing the ball there. He did really good to draw all the way back, get perfect on the 3, like you said. Up 2-0 in this second set. See, there's lots of seats there. If anybody's in the area, come check it out. Still lots of great pool to be played over the week and into next week. And as great as it is, and thanks to Predator and Pro Billiard Series for giving us these free streams, there's nothing like watching it in person. You could probably attest to that after going to the Crucible, Mark. I was jealous.
Well, I've been hoping that somebody's going to ask me about my experience. I flew to England. It wasn't just to go to the Crucible, but it was, I've got to admit, the main reason I went back. Of course, I saw family while I was there as well, but I live far from the Crucible in the UK, so I went straight from the airport in London, called a bus up to Sheffield, and I was very well looked after by Michaela Tabb, the referee, who I'm sure you're familiar with. She really went above and beyond to make sure that my first ever visit to the Crucible was a memorable one. I got the backstage tour. I got front row seats. I saw top players in the world, including O'Sullivan, Jimmy White, Ali Carter, Stuart Bingham. Saw some great matches, but was treated very well. And it was not a once in a lifetime, because I'm going to go again next year. I've already got my ticket. But it was something that I've always wanted to do, Ben. It was a bucket list item. Some people want to climb Everest or go and see the Taj Mahal. I wanted to go to the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. And, thanks for mentioning it. I had an absolutely awesome time.
It's on my bucket list, Mark. So I'm green over here. What a bank shot. You see the bank from Petri, the opening shot was beautiful.
Yeah, on the one
Banked
ball,
the one
very
across.
nice indeed.
Yeah, and it was anything but easy, but he's wasted the shot by missing the 3. Maybe the 9's coming to the rescue here, but yeah, he's not happy with himself. He knows he's supposed to make that ball.
Cue off the hand.
I think just elevated over the 8 ball, brought in the miss there. But he got second prize. Sanjin kicking 2 rails at this ball underneath it, I think. Yeah. Looks like it's going to work out okay. So you watched the Seniors World Championship, is that correct?
Yes.
At the Crucible?
I mean, yeah.
Amazing.
I didn't. The main reason I wanted to go there was because I wanted to go to the Crucible. It wouldn't have mattered, who was playing. But it was the first year that O'Sullivan's played, the first year Ellie Carter's played, Stuart Bingham. Jimmy, of course, has won it 4 times, the Seniors. But I just wanted to go because I wanted to experience, and just sitting there, you could actually feel the history. It's been there since 1977, and the fabulous games that have been there. The great 147, the first ever, was scored by your friend Cliff Thorburn and your countryman Cliff Thorburn. Just so much history over the years,
Oh, what an amazing time to be there, too. 2 amazing kick safeties back to back. One from Petri, which I thought was really good, but the one from Sanjin here was even better. And it was by design, hitting half of that ball, sending the cue ball back the other way. Might be one of the best shots of the tournament there from Sanjin, but Petri with a half chance to jump this ball in. Corners are tight, though. He rattled it. And the cue ball is gone. Well, just what the doctor ordered.
Scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he got over it good, and he rattled the 3 in that corner. He hit it really great. Just what Sanjin needed. Try to get on the board here in set number 2. It's been struggling out there a little bit, so ball in hand always helps get a little rhythm going, maybe. Often in these moments, you're going to see a player speed up a bit. Sanjin not like running around the table, but he certainly got a little more bounce in his step trying to get himself going here.
Now, is he straight? If he is, he's not, because he's looking at getting the cue ball over to the right of the table, so he's not straight.
10 ball's in play a little bit here. I think he is a touch straight. From this angle, certainly looks like it. Is he powering up the draw to go all the way to the rail where he is? Yeah, wow, what a shot that is. Big stroke there. I think with the equipment nowadays too, and you can see Sanjin playing with the Revo, it draws the ball so easily. And those kind of shots became much more playable than in the previous years with the wood cues. You couldn't really power up the draw that much or take that kind of risk, and now it doesn't feel like a risk at all.
And that was a beautiful shot, wasn't it? The crowd always loved those draw shots. It was the first shot I remember I have ever wanted to learn to play. It's kind of fascinating shot. Always looks good on TV.
Yeah, those big draw shots, they are sure nice for TV. Little bit of a tricky 10 ball here to get on the board in set number 2. Favor him to make it, but he'd rather be straight in.
Oh, he's missed it.
I really hope he wasn't playing the cue ball safe there, because that's probably what brought in the miss. I don't think he was, but we can watch where the cue ball ends up here. It's pretty safe. I think it pinned right to that rail, and he's left Petri with a real tough one. Okay, he got a little bounce, but this is a nightmarish shot.
Yeah, it's a free shot though, isn't it? I mean, Petri would have been expecting to be 2-1 up and Sanjin breaking. Now he's got a chance at this. And he nails it. What a shot.
That was the exact word, Mark, was free. A shot he wasn't supposed to have, and he took full advantage of it. That was a really good shot, though. That was not easy. Elevate the back end of the cue to avoid the scratch. He just pumped it in there like it was a hanger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go back to what I said. He was fully expecting he'd lost the rack. Then he thought, well, look at this. I've got a chance to win it. Just knock it in. No pressure.
Yeah, and even though he's down a set right now, I think he's a huge favorite in this match. It just, the way things have gone, he looks like he's pocketing the ball easier, and he looks more comfortable out there, and Sanjin's really struggling.
Yeah, I concur. Petri certainly looking the more confident of the two. He just needs to get this break working. Watch out for the 9 and the 5 into the sides. Not going close. He's made the 9 though, in the corner. And look at this. Good look at the 1 then.
1. Yeah, and he's getting good power behind that break, good speed, so the balls are moving around lots, and that's what you need with this referee hand rack. Oh, such a great chance to just close out this set right now. Save some energy for set 3.
Yeah, and if he can break and run this one, Ben, keep Sanjin in his chair. It'll give him something to think about as well. Wasn't here for the first break, so I don't know who broke first. Do you remember?
Sanjin, I believe, broke first.
So he will
but definitely, you're right.
In the deciding set.
Something to think about is absolutely right. He'll be thinking about that 10 ball he missed. Those missed 10 balls leave scar tissue. And like I mentioned, it wasn't a hanger. It wasn't an easy shot by any means, but he is supposed to make that ball more than he misses it, and he missed it by quite a bit. Try not to be too hard on the guy, but he is an elite player. You know, I think his Fargo's like 814 or something like that. It's way up there. I know it's over 810 for sure.
Well, it was interesting, I thought, what you said about the cue ball. I think he did play it with an element of safety, which says to me he wasn't really confident of making it. Otherwise, you just drop that in, don't you?
Yeah, I would hate to find out that he did play it as a two-way, because you can't. You have to really just be confident on that kind of shot at his level especially. But yeah, if you're not feeling it, I guess sometimes you do play a bit of a two-way. But Petri punished him with a big shot, and it looks like he's going to double punish him with a break and run here too. He's clipped in the 5. He's landed perfect on the 6. And looking more comfortable by the minute, Petri.
Yeah, and not only did that 10 ball cost him that rack, it's probably going to cost him the set. because it looks like it's going to cost him minimum 2 racks.
Yeah, it hurts when it costs you 2 racks. It hurts even more when it costs you the set. He was well in this set at 2-1. And then not shooting again. It's not over yet. Still got to be sure. I think they got a fly out there, Mark. Have you seen it? I've seen the players waving their hands around and their cue around. And
yeah, I saw it earlier. There was one on table 2 as well. I don't know whether it's the same one, flitting from table to table, trying to see the action on both tables. I just wonder if it's got a ticket, but then of course no tickets necessary, all free to watch, both online and in the arena. So if you're in the area, guys, get yourselves down to see some top quality pool action. Timeout called by Petri. So Ben Francis and myself, Mark White, we're going to do the same, and we'll be back with the deciding set. Who's going to win this one? Oh, it's a hanger, isn't it? It's a cliffhanger. Welcome back, guys, to Austria. We're playing the Beckmann Billiards Men's Open here at the Alpina Alpendorf Hotel. Beautiful venue, beautiful arena, and a beautiful match as well. Nicely poised, 1-1 Ben Francis and myself, Mark White, in the booth for you for this one. Good square break. What do you reckon?
Oh, I absolutely love this sets format. You can see it on display here. Petri losing the first set. 4-3, but absolutely storming back in the second set. Winning 4-0. You would put him as a big favorite from here, but Sanjin's got something to say about it. Good break, shot on the one. Let's see if he can recover a little bit. He's been struggling out there. But a player of his ability, at any moment he can snap out of it. He's one good shot away. We could almost tell what happened by the small nod of the head from Petri there.
Yeah, couldn't see the shot. How has that not gone in? Saving grace for Petri.
Tight.
It doesn't go, Ben. That's the only good thing. It doesn't pass the 4, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, the side. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, you know, they're tight middle pockets for to make a ball in, but that includes the cue ball, of course.
Yeah, lucky for Sanjin there. Wow, it did go by the 4. I didn't think it was even close to having room to go by the 4. Even from this camera angle, yeah, I thought there's no way. He played it to the outside of the pocket. There must have been less than half a pocket there. I think that was a really good shot. And he kind of took what he could get with a bump on the 10, knowing the 3 was over the pocket. He's played the 3 really nice too. Couple more good shots, and like I said, he might just snap out of it, come alive. He's a very dangerous player when he's in stroke.
Well, he has tried the tactic of going for everything, hasn't he? Oh, mile away with that one. Nowhere near. The only thing he may have done is tied up the 6 ball.
Yeah, not really close there. Never threatened the pocket. But, like you said, second prize, maybe third prize. I don't know that the 4 goes by the 8. Yeah, tried to draw that one with inside spin on the 4. Looked a little curious. I'm not sure where he was landing on the 5 with that kind of stroke anyway.
Just caught a glimpse there of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, world champion, US Open champion, world 8-ball champion. Almost had the triple, almost had the 8-ball, 9-ball and 10-ball in the same year, but he lost out to Eklan Kachi in the final of the 10-ball in Vegas. And his brother, Claudio Kachi, has had a 2-0 win over Igor Arafev.
Yeah, FSR had one of the greatest years anyone's ever had in pool. Well, maybe greatest 2 years. It might have been more than 1 year. He went on a pretty big run there, which we see often in this game. Players taking turns going on big runs for a year or two.
Yeah, I think it's Yap at the moment, isn't it? Who's the man of the moment, I would say, Ben. Wouldn't you?
Absolutely, I would agree. Yeah, it seems to be Yap. Right now, it's Petri. He's on the verge of winning 5 games in a row here. Well, didn't want to clip the 8 in. But he has a shot on the 10. Not an easy shot, but a shot. Watch this. Kiss the 8 in, too. It's a bit unlucky, but I think he misread the angle. Maybe overcut the 7 just a little bit, and that sent the cue ball into the 8. He hits the 7 a little thicker, probably drives by it.
That was a 7-point shot, Ben, in English billiards, that he just played there. The 7 and the 8 at the same time in the cannon.
That's right. 7 points. I'll give him 5 points in a row there. How's he win 5 games on the trot here? We'll see. A couple good shots from Sanjin on the 2 and the 3 here, and then he missed the 4, which was maybe one of the easier of the 3 shots. And Petri did what he's supposed to do.
10 ball. Look at the body language as that 10 ball went in. Sanjin couldn't believe that he'd lost that rack. Ben, he really couldn't.
Yeah, well, he's missed some balls he's not supposed to miss. That's for sure. Might be making an early exit from this tournament. Does he have a doubles partner? I didn't see the draw yet.
Who, Sanjin?
I think somebody. Yeah. I don't think he does. So this might be it for him. Well, he's not out of this match yet, though. A ball in hand to start this rack. Well, he's got that kind of name that pops out at you, and I don't see it either, Mark. So, yeah, I think this is it for Sanjin. This is the only event he's playing here.
Yeah, you're right. You're dead right.
Oh, and I thought with so many teams in that, there was a chance that he would have a partner, but not this time. Good shot there. Just landed pretty good on this 3 ball. Still very much in this match, and like I mentioned, he's only 1 or 2 good shots away from maybe snapping out of it. Coming alive. But he hasn't quite looked himself.
Sometimes the realisation sets in that you could be on your way home, especially as you've just said, he's not in the doubles either, which he isn't. This is the last chance saloon he's drinking in at the moment.
Well, I'm pretty upset when I go 2-0 in the tournament, but I can't imagine being 8-15 Fargo and how that feels. Traveling all over the world all the time. It hurts. You can see him just reaching for these shots. He's not as smooth as we're used to seeing. But he couldn't have asked to land better on that 7 ball. I think he might have been playing side position, but he landed straight in the corner. Worked out great.
I was just watching his grip on the cue there, and I get the feeling that he grips it a little bit tighter than maybe some other players. Might get to see it here. Yeah, sometimes you see the hand open up on the back, but not with him.
Yeah, it's definitely all the fingers on the cue, I'm pretty sure. It's a bit of a tighter grip. You could see it good there in that replay. Yeah, just he is looking a little tense out there, a little tight.
There as well, let's see. He really didn't get into that nicely, did he? He was a little bit fortunate to end up so good on that 7.
Yeah, you could see him kind of just reaching a bit. And like there was a lot of movement in the body, more than we're used to seeing. Struggling out there. Could be some other outside things that we're not sure of. Maybe he's changed the weight in his cue or added the little extension at the back. Who knows? A great player once told me he prided himself on finding a way to win when he wasn't playing good. And I thought, that's such an amazing attitude to have. Because a lot of times when we're not playing good, we just think, it's not our day, okay, move along. But if you can have the attitude of, it's not my day, but I'm really good at finding a way to win when it's not my day.
Yeah, I've heard many players say in the past that, and certainly commentators, I've heard commentators say it, some players just find a way to win, and they're the ones that become the champions. It's that something little extra that champions have inside them. They never quit, keep going, never give up. They got a good B game as well, not just the A game.
Oh, dry break and the one over the pocket. All the balls in the open. But what has Petri done there? Wow. And to add insult to injury, he dropped his chalk on the floor and the shot clock's running out.
Yeah, he has the round chalk. Sometimes you can chase that the whole length of a pool room.
Yeah, and I have. Running after it. Oh, this might be a two. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
You're using the Pure, aren't you? The Predator Pure, I'm sure.
Yeah, I play around between that and the PEHLIVANOVIC. I quite like the PEHLIVANOVIC chalk as well.
Yeah, it'd be good to see Alex back. I know he's been suffering with a bad shoulder. He's been having some treatment on it, but he says it's getting better. I think he's going to be making his comeback at the US Open, I think I read somewhere. Been watching his social media. He's a farmer now. He's a bit of a farmer. Got animals and vegetables and all the good stuff. He's got a new wife, of course. He's finally grown up, Ben.
He's all grown up. What a shot Petri's played there. 3 rails in behind it, kick the 2 up table, cover behind the 5. Unbelievable shot. If that's the way he played it, that's one of the best shots ever. Look out. Cue ball. Oh, it's okay, and the 5's big. And I think Petri's going for the small cue, so maybe jumping over half of the 5 here. Definitely. Well, I thought he was favored to make that ball, but he spun it, and it didn't really come that close. And we should mention, if the score goes 3-3 in this set, it will go to a shootout. And it's almost starting to look like that's a real possibility.
Yeah, I think then it's a lottery. I don't think you could pick a winner in a shootout. Not that you ever can, but I mean, the way Sanjin normally cues, but my mind goes back to that brilliant 10 ball that Petri made earlier on. You may have to make a few more 10 balls if we do go to a shootout. Every rack now is worth its weight in gold. It really is.
Yeah, and suddenly it's anybody's match with Sanjin shooting here and the ball's in the open. It looked like when he lost 5 racks in a row that it was going to be curtains for him, but he's right in it now. Just 2 racks away from guaranteeing a shootout. But he won't be thinking about that. He'll be thinking about trying to win 3 racks. Does the 6 pass the 10 ball? He's came over to look twice now, so that tells me it's less than half the pocket. Otherwise, you don't need to look again. Wants to land straight in here, though, and he's not going to.
May consider the carom.
Yeah, and I don't hate that, because holding this cue ball to stay on the 7 while cheating the pocket, it's too many things to look at. And you're absolutely right. It's a good call, Mark. Yeah, he's going to billiard in the 10. The cue ball off the side of the 6 into the 10. Hold the 6 there. Good shot. Okay, guys, we got to spot the 10. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, cue ball going away once again, though.
Oh, yeah, it is quite a bit more angle than the other view showed, but he could pinch it. That was okay. He's almost let the shot clock run out there. He shot it on the last 2 seconds, but he's hit it perfect. Up and down, really good position on the 8. I don't think he needs to do anything crazy. Yeah, like just the stop shot. Little angle on the 9 is fine. Well, he wants to do a little extra. That's okay. He's landed good on this 9 ball too. Starting to maybe get into this match a bit, Sanjin.
Yeah, he's certainly leaving it late, but as all great players do, they get stronger and stronger. He's coming good at the right time here.
Yeah, and he could struggle in this match and find a way through it to get to the next match and then totally flip it around and just, you know, catch fire and win the tournament from there. He's very capable of it, so you never know. Sometimes you just have a bit of a bad match, but if you can fight your way through it, turn on the jets after.
Yeah, I just get the feeling, Ben, that both players have struggled from the start. There's been that extra pressure, you know, the pressure that comes with knowing if you lose, you're out.
Yeah, that's definitely in the back of both of these players' minds. Unfortunately, they both got a pretty tough draw to be playing each other in round 1 of the loser side here. But the field is deep. I think I saw like pretty much everybody's name on that list, you know. Obviously a few big ones missing, but it's a pretty tough tournament to win, I would think. See that extra long bridge, trying to reach back for a little more power, which he got, but nothing went in.
Yeah, neither of these players are in the doubles, but there is a Finn in the doubles, and he's playing with Linnea Holmstrom, who's played great this morning against Iwan Ulmenhebla to go through on the winner's side, and she's playing alongside Kasper Matikainen. So that's a pretty strong team. Remember, guys, coming up after this match will be the doubles. Xiaoxiao Liu and partner Chen in action against Fedor Gorst and Chao Che Yu. Another really, really strong team. It's on table 2. 3 streaming tables for you. On table 3, Sao Sa and Robbie Capito are up against Ribeiro, Sanchez Ruiz. And of course, on table 1, it's Jasmine Ocean and Albin Ocean up against Marion Jude and Alex Montpellier. They're coming up very, very soon indeed, 6 p.m. local time. Mistake, Ben.
Well, no. Yeah, now it looks like it's Petri that's really starting to struggle out there. You could see him throw his hand in the air. Starting to get a little frustrated out there. It's a roller coaster. A roller coaster of emotions, this game. Looks like you could thin this one in, but position on the 2 is not easy from here. A lot of traffic to dodge. Well, that's really well done. Great shot. Missed the 9, missed the 6, get the cue ball out to center table. That was really good. Well, and what a chance now to get himself on the hill here in the 3rd set. At least guarantee a shootout.
And he kind of reached for that one as well. Kind of went after the cue ball.
Yeah, if I could give him any advice, it would be to try to, you know, make sure he's staying still. I haven't seen him move quite that much before, but he's standing up off a lot of these shots. He's got the head lifting before the cue is delivered. But he's getting the balls in the hole now, and he's starting to figure it out. That's the main thing.
Yeah, mistake on the 1 from Petri that's led to this, well, what looks to be like a run out. Really, really annoyed the Finn.
Yeah, and he had a chance to win the first set too, it should be noted. He was ahead the whole way, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and then just let it slip a bit. So he might think he should have had this match closed out already. But after winning 5 games in a row, from set 2 to the first game in set 3, it's all gone wrong. This 10 ball to get on the hill for Sanjin.
Yes, he's looking much better now, isn't he? He's looking the much calmer of the 2. More focused. On the hill it is. So if Petri is going to stay in this tournament, he's going to have to do it by the way of a shootout. Not sure I could take the pressure of a shootout, Ben, after what we've been watching up to now. It's been pretty on the edge of your seat stuff, hasn't it? Neither player has really grabbed hold of this match.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see how many shots they would make in a shootout if it did go to there. I feel like they might miss a couple each. Oh, I can see the balls pocketed there. I always love that stat. 33 balls in set 3 to 7 for Petri. First set real close, but these next 2 sets are one-sided. Well, he's hit it pretty square. The 3 ball doesn't find the pocket. Nothing much on the 1, though. Don't think.
No, and the 2 ball is in jail as well, over on the left-hand side rail.
Yeah, let's watch that
got
2.
together with the 7 and the 8.
Brutal. Yeah, that was brutal. But it makes for a big wall for this cue ball right here. And look at that. He absolutely jailed him here. And he split it to the point where now the 2-8 combination will go later. So not only is the safety good, but he's developed the rack, which I really like.
As Tony Robles used to say, he's not just put him in jail, he's in solitary confinement, and I've got to find the key as well.
Wow,
oh, what a shot.
He almost pocketed the ball. How good did he hit that? Let's watch the replay. Watch how the cue ball bends off the first rail. Unbelievable shot. How unlucky is it that he didn't make the ball? Although, he might be happy he didn't, because he wouldn't have liked the shot on the 2, but if he could kick the 1 in from there, he'd just kick combo the 2-8. Oh, Petri looking at the tip of the cue, and he's misjudged the spin again here and totally hooked himself behind the 3.
I'm just trying to think back. Didn't Petri once play with carbon? I thought he was a carbon player. Or has he always been wood? Can't remember. Maybe guys in the chat know.
Yeah, I can't recall. I'm a huge fan of the carbon, but I don't blame some of these old school guys sticking with the wood. It's pretty hard to completely change your style, and you do have to change your style a little bit when you switch to the carbon. Good kick, good contact, but that's where the fun ends. He sold out a shot on the 2. And if Sanjin can find a way to the 3, everything else is in the open. But it looks like when he pockets the 2 ball, the cue ball is going to rub the 8, which is going to make judging the spin and speed a lot tougher. Wow. That could be considered a little unlucky, I think. Straight in the side pocket.
Yeah, I mean, you can't legislate for that, can you?
Yeah, I don't think he could have considered playing it with the other spin, with inside spin instead. I think he had to just let it fly over that side. And yeah, you can't figure out how much of the 8 it's going to kiss and the speed and bounce of the rail. And yeah, a bit unlucky. That's just what Petri needed. He might have thought it was over. And he's struggling out there. But maybe, if he can get through this rack, come with a big break, we might see a shootout. Yeah, there's nothing really stopping him here. The 8 to the 9, but with the 7 really close to the 8, you'd favor him to get exactly where he needs to be on the 8. Although, a little further away from the 7 than he'd love to be.
Well,
We saw an appearance from that pesky fly again, Mark. Looked like he was exactly ready to shoot the ball, and then he stood up halfway through his last stroke to swat the fly away. And there's one at the Crucible, right? Mark, did you get to witness it? There's a wasp there or something, right?
Yeah, it was before I got there, but it was a wasp, you're right. They're just horrible things. Do you get them in Canada? I guess you do.
Yeah, we had so many of them last summer. We had a big problem here with them. But yeah, they're pesky bug. Look at this. Speed on the cue ball's pretty good. He'll be making this 10 ball, I think. Yeah, the old Crucible wasp, hey? That was quite the entertaining thing to watch the players running from it.
Yeah.
At least here it just appears to be a housefly. Harmless. Good out from Petri there. Kept himself in this match. 1 game away from a shootout.
Well, I guess it's only fitting that we end such a drama-filled match with a shootout. I don't think anyone's played well enough to actually win it in real time. It's kind of like a football match that goes, all the way to the end 0-0, and then a little bit of extra time as well, and then it goes to penalties. Kind of get that feeling about it. It is the penalty equivalent for Paul.
Petri to break. Rack number 6 here in set 3. 1 good break away. 3 ball's not going to go in, and the cue ball's right next to the 1. Sanjin flies out of his chair.
He's asked the referee to come and keep his eye on this one, just in case there's could be a push involved with the cue ball so close to the 1. Especially he's going to be trying to draw it back for the... Or does he leave himself a long 2? Does he try and come back for it in the side?
Yeah, referee needs to get right over there because
he's
going to try to jack up, draw it back. Looks good.
Yeah, good shot.
I like that he didn't try to do too much there. Just punch it over, shoot the 2 in the corner. Just smart way to play it. That way he couldn't really double hit it, like push through it that way. The 4-8 combination doesn't lay horrible later on. A couple of shots. Looks like a half chance for Sanjin to close it out right here if that combination turns out right. And he's got perfect on the 3 to get close to it.
Yeah, time for Petri to sit in his chair and sweat.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I was just thinking. Petri fearing the worst. But Sanjin's on, in my opinion, maybe the wrong side of this 4. Cue ball going away from it a little bit. Maybe he can pinch it and hold it there.
You could almost see Petri talking to himself there and reading. I mean, I don't speak Finnish, but I think if he was speaking English, it would be something like, yeah, should have scratched, didn't. That's the way the game's gone for me today. That's kind of the feeling I get, but he's overdone this. Is he on this? Can he spin it in?
I don't think so. Well, it's got to be super close. I guess it was just there to the outside of the pocket. The camera can be deceiving there because our brain is kind of telling us that we need to put it into more of the pocket, more to the middle of the pocket, but he had lots of room on the left side of the pocket, and now nothing left to do here.
Oh, Petri will be gutted. He really will. Mine goes back to that 7-ball he missed in the corner when he had a chance to win the first set.
Yeah, he'll have no excuses here. He's had lots of chances. Other than maybe that pesky fly. I might use that as a good excuse, Mark. If it wasn't for that fly, I would have made that shot. Looks like he's going to play the 9-ball on the side next. And the cue ball speed is almost exact. Just throw that on the floor over there. Don't need that. I might need it for the 10. But I don't think so. Draw this one back about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet. Yeah, this is it.
Well, it's been a real war of attrition. This has. Neither player has been convincing. And one thing's for sure, they're going to have to pick up their game if they're going to go on and win this tournament, because neither of them have shown championship form during this one. Next up, it's